Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the classroom. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, and at the time of this video, it is 8:55 a.m. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on our clock here. So you'll notice that our hour hand is almost pointing to the 9. It looks like it's on the 9, but that's because in 5 minutes, it is going to be 9 o'clock. So that can be a tricky hand sometimes. It looks like it's 9:55, but this is really 8:55. And remember, if we can't remember what that 11 mark stands for, we're going to start at the 12, not counting the 12, and we count by fives all the way down the clock until we figure out that this is our 55 mark and that this hand belongs to that 8 still. So this is 8:55. And for our interesting fact today, I actually learned that dolphins actually jump out of the water when they're swimming. They do that on purpose. They do that to conserve energy. And conserve is one of those expert words that we talk about when we're learning about nonfiction, and that just means to save energy. It's easier for them to move through the air than it is the water. So anytime that you see dolphins that are jumping above the surface, it's really because that's easier for them than staying under the water and swimming. So I thought that was really interesting. And we're going to switch it up today and do a word of the day today. So I have a vocabulary card right here. And this word right here is technology. So there are many different forms of technology. And on the back, there's some examples. So the first one is an invention. So when something is invented, like the light bulb or anything that we have now that's been invented, that's a type of technology that we have. This word right here is ancient. So there was technology even years and years ago before we had electricity, before we had machines, before we had power. There's always been types of technology, even in ancient times. And then the bottom one is our modern technology. And modern means like right now. Modern times are what we're living in right now. And so the example picture for that is a rocket. So that's something that within the last couple decades that we were able to do. So that's considered modern technology. Back on the front of the card, we actually have one of the very first models of kind of like a phone when we were trying to invent that. So it looks a lot different than the phones we use now, but that is a form of technology, and all of these words back here are also forms of technology. So maybe today when you're at home, you can think about what forms of technology you have in your house. And for our math concept today, we are going to review place value. So I have a pretty big number up here, and there's two really important words, math words, that I want to review with you. The first one is digit. So digit is the symbol that represents the number. So when I'm looking at this number right here, this digit is 5, but its value depends on where it is in the number. So this number right here is 1,452. So we have the digit 1 in the thousands place, but this 1 is not worth 1. It's worth 1,000. I have a 4 in my hundreds place. My digit is 4, but my value is 400. My 5 is in the tens place, but it's not worth just 5. It's worth 5 tens, which is the same as 50. And then in my ones place, the digit is 2, but it's not worth just 1. It's worth 2. So remembering the difference between a digit and the value of that digit. And remember, it all has to do with where it is in your number for your place value. And so the next time you're looking at your numbers, thinking about where your place value is and seeing the biggest numbers you can build. Because I know right now, third graders are working within 1,000. So you can be building those numbers up to 1,000, and to challenge yourself, go up a little more than 1,000. So we are going to go ahead and introduce our special guest for today. I'm very excited to have her, and she's one of my really good friends, and she has a very, very shiny something to share with us today. And so I'm going to go ahead and introduce my friend Kayla, but she is also a national title holder. She is our Ms. USA Ambassador and National Queen. So welcome, Kayla.
Hi, Mrs. A.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm so excited that you're here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Kayla has a lot of special things about her. Not only does she love to help out her community And not only does she like to do pageants, but she also has something very specific she wants to talk to you about today, which is what she actually does and something she's very passionate about. So we're going to share that with you now. So the first thing I want to ask you about is tell us about your job and what you are in college studying for.
Well, Mrs. A, right now I am going to school for what's called dental hygiene. And what dental hygiene is, it's a 2-year more of education, so it's just 2 more years, and then you learn how to clean teeth. Have you ever seen your dental hygienist?
I have. Twice a year.
Twice a year,
Yes.
That's right. We like to see that, but I really enjoy going to school for that.
Awesome. So why are you so passionate about dental hygiene? Why is it so important?
I believe it's important to teach young children and adults how to correctly and properly brush their teeth. It's important because our teeth are a big important part of our overall health and our just not only for our mouth but for our body and for our heart. So I really wanted to share that education with everybody and really teach the proper way of how to brush teeth.
Yes, because one thing a lot of people don't realize, like she was saying, is taking care of your mouth has a lot to do with the rest of your body. Because I do know, and you can tell me if I'm right or not, but I think I know that any kind of infection you get in your mouth can travel to other places in your body, like she was saying, like your heart. And that's definitely something we don't want. So we're going to take those steps, like going to the dentist twice a year to get your cleanings. But there's also things that you can do at home. And we know right now, a lot of us are at home. So that's one reason she is here to talk with you today about, and my next question is, what should kids be doing at home to better their dental hygiene?
So I know when we're at home, we're really focusing on school right now, but we can't forget to do our proper routines in the morning either. So we need to wake up, we need to brush our teeth as soon as we wake up, and then begin our school routines. But don't forget too, after you're done with in-home school, you want to also brush your teeth before you go to bed at night. This is also important too because when we're at home, we're probably snacking a lot more too. So when we're snacking, we need to make sure we're brushing after those snacking too. It's also important to choose good foods to snack on. When you eat harder and crunchier foods such as vegetables, carrots, celery, peanuts, that actually helps to get off that extra junk that's on your teeth, what sometimes you may hear called as sugar bugs. So sugar bugs stay on our teeth when we snack, and what we have to do is brush those away at night. Or we can eat also healthy foods to get those sugar bugs away.
Awesome. And what kind of beverages do you recommend if we want to stay hydrated and we want to constantly be drinking something like a lot of people do? What do you recommend for that, and what do you not recommend to be constantly drinking all the time?
Water is your number one thing that you want to keep drinking, and also milk, because you will hear that milk is good for strong bones and for calcium. However, milk can take away some of the good nutrients that are on our teeth. So it's good to have maybe 1 cup of milk every day, and also, but the rest of the day being sure to drink your water. You don't want to drink any sugary drinks or too many sugary drinks because that gets the sugar bugs on your teeth. And we definitely don't want those to stay there.
And I think one other thing too is orange juice. Talk to me about orange juice, because I've heard different things. We need orange juice, we need the vitamin C, but I've also heard that there are, kind of time frames when you don't want to brush your teeth immediately after you've had a beverage like orange juice because of the acid. Is that true?
Yes, I was going to say, actually, you want to brush your teeth almost directly after eating something so acidic. Sometimes orange juice can cause what's called mouth ulcers on our mouths. And so we definitely want to, it's no problem to have a cup of orange juice, but it's probably better to brush after the orange juice as well. And always keep a toothbrush with you handy wherever you go in case you want to have that orange juice. And then maybe there will be somewhere convenient for you to brush your teeth.
Awesome. And do you recommend a certain amount of time? Like I know our school nurse was here a while ago and she was telling us to sing happy birthday twice when we wash our hands. Do you have an amount of time that you recommend for brushing?
Yes, actually that happy birthday song will work for brushing as well, but you want to sing it twice. So in the morning when you're brushing your teeth, you want to sing happy birthday 2 times. And at night when you're brushing your teeth, you want to sing happy birthday 2 times as well. And make sure when you are brushing your teeth to cover all areas and all surfaces of your mouth. You have more teeth than just what's up here, but you have a bunch back here as well. And you have even more that are going to grow as you grow. So you want to be sure that you're always, always, always reaching back there with your toothbrush.
Awesome. Well,
Yay.
thank you so much for all of our information. And actually, we have one more special surprise. So, Kayla has brought us some dental books today. And instead of our Goosebumps Read Aloud today, I'm actually going to be loading her Read Aloud, and she's going to read a dental book for you. So, make sure that you check that out right after this video. And we thank her so much. And thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you later.
We'll see you later.
Bye.